When I was little, I literally used to ask myself, and this was before social media and conspiracy theories, etc. I used to ask myself why every song that I heard on the radio was about like the celebrity saying their name and being like, "It's me, baby, I'm so amazing," in that whispery voice, and why it was all about narcissism and being better than other people and getting rich and getting money. And now that I'm old and now that I know how society works, I've realized that America only wants pop stars to be mainstream that not only don't question the status quo, but actually actively celebrate it. Every single A-list pop star celebrity right now is an active narcissist in their songs and music, the same way that it's always been. And these women are fumed up on radio and TV, and all of their songs are like, "The world knows my name, and I'm amazing, and you can try to be like me," and or just like that general idea, and like you can try to criticize me, but I'm already light years ahead of you. You could only dream of having your hand on the trigger like me, and and then they sing about money, and then they sing about how incredible they are. And it's all, I'm convinced that it's brainwashing. I'm convinced that it's the artistic version of politics, where it wants people to be brainwashed into thinking that they can never be like the pop stars. And it worked. It worked my whole life anyway. And even to this day, I still actively have to fight it. I have to actively fight for the idea that just because I'm not like the rich, famous pop stars, and just because I'm not on the radio, and just because I'm not singing about narcissism and money, that there's not that there's nothing wrong with me, or that my expression is inferior. In my whole life, I always felt like, wow, like it feels like everyone kind of just sings about the same thing. Because that was before I had any sense of independence, and I just listened to what my friends or my parents put on the radio. And every time it was always just the most vague lyrics, and it was usually about being a narcissist proudly, getting money, being better than other people. And to this day, that's still what is happening. And these are the celebrities that are officially approved by America. This is the music that is officially approved by America. This is the music that America actively celebrates, and the musicians that it celebrates by giving them Oscars, Grammys, putting them on SNL, making them very mainstream. And the reason why they pick them is because these girls and women and men, I guess, but it's mostly women, it feels like, are pawns. They're happily pawns to infuel this idea that only the 2% are allowed to feel creative and talented and celebrated and validated. And they're amazing because I have so much money, and so many people think I'm so incredible, so it must be true. And I'm never going to explain why, because I don't actually have a genuine explanation, because I'm actually just a plaything for America to use to brainwash people into thinking that they don't have any more potential outside of being a 10-hour-a-day working class slave. But I'm just so incredible because I got all this money and I won this weird, soulless, sociopathic game that makes 99% of people miserable. But I got to be at the top. I have all these yes men surrounding me, quite literally, telling me that I should be on every single television show and talking about how amazing I am. And I have all this money, and I have all this measured worth in an incredibly soulless system that makes so many people miserable and even causes people to take their lives. But I won it, so I must be incredible, right? I would be so embarrassed. I would be so embarrassed if I won the American system with the way that it is right now, much less argue about it and celebrate it in my songs. I would genuinely lose my mind. I would be so embarrassed to sing about how, like, I'm better than you and the world knows my name. Like, have you seen the world, honey? It's full of fucking idiots that are brainwashed and self-loathing and soulless and miserable, because most of them are working class, because of even bigger idiots like you that are happily allowed to be an employee, not of a corporation, but of the American malicious system that wants people to constantly be forced to hear your brainwashed bullshit trash you call music, and make people think that, one, the world should revolve around you, two, that you're better than everyone else, and three, that you deserve to be overbloated with resources, but four, that you are just like something that should proudly say that you won this terrible soulless system. The fact that you are actively and happily celebrating winning a system that is so inhuman just goes to show that you are fucking trash. And no amount of brainwashed celebrity worshippers or consumers will ever change my mind that you are trash, because you have no character. If you are celebrating being rich and you are celebrating being better than everyone. All you're celebrating is being a loser in a different kind of way. All you're celebrating is the inhumanity that we have normalized in America so deeply that even people who are being actively traumatized it are celebrating and defending losers like you. And that is the way it is, whether people say it or admit it or not. And they're going to feel it every day for the rest of their miserable lives.